What's up, Keep Pounding crew? Back to another video. Keep pounding. Today's topic is the Denver Broncos, Week 14. This is the preview video. If you like the video, if you like the channel, hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit the bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so, and let's jump on in. So, the Denver Broncos currently are sitting at 10th in the draft order. Now, the reason I say that, and I begin with the video with that, is because we have Atlanta, Denver, and Detroit who could possibly lose out all four of their games. Lose all four. Now, that could include us as well. They could lose to us, which would bump us up and ensure that we don't make that 5th draft spot in the top 5. Now, the Chargers and Philly will probably win at least one game. I'm not worried about them. So, that means that the Jets, Jacksonville, Cincinnati, and Dallas will not win another game. That's my prediction right now. Starting out, let's take a look at a few numbers. The first one I want to point out is 23.3 average points per game for us is not high enough. It's just not high enough. And that includes our red zone troubles. But it also includes how well we've done going down the field as well. Into their territory. And by they, I mean every team that we played against. So yards allowed, 374.2. Now, I want to also point out 259.1 passing yards allowed. That ain't good, man. But we've done well against the run. 115.1 yards allowed, rushing wise. So, that shows you our issues are on defense. In this zone defense that Phil Snow keeps pressing on us. In the prevent defense of that last drive against the Vikings. Now, we are looking at a 65.7% chance of winning against Denver, according to ESPN. The spread is 3.5. Players that are out currently are Ian Thomas, that is questionable. Trey Boston, that is questionable. He will likely play, knowing Trey Boston, his injuries. DJ Moore is out. Dennis Daly is out. And Sam Franklin is questionable. Now, based on an article by Jeremy Fowler, we had 8 players placed on the COVID reserve list. Those included DJ Moore, Carter Samuel, Derek Brown, Zach Kerr, Shaq Thompson, Greg Little, Michael Pilardi, and Ishmael Hyman. Now, some of those players gathered outside of the team facility, and it violates the NFL policy. However, we are the only team that discipline our players inside of our franchise. Um, you look around the league, the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints got fined $500,000 apiece and got stripped of 6th and 7th round draft picks for breaking protocol. New England Patriots and the Tennessee Titans face $350,000 fines for violations but not loss of draft picks. Now, I want to know what people's takes on this are. You know, all Matt Rule can do is just say, don't break protocol again. You know, there's a penalty for it. You know, he has no control over these people that are grown men. But we are trying to stop the spread of the virus. We have protocols in place. If you break them, there's consequences. And he's not afraid to fine these people for it. I like that. And you know, while we're still trying to navigate this 2020 crazy season, we still got to follow protocols. So, we pointed those players out. So now back to business. Graham Glasgow is out for the Broncos. Tyree Cleveland is out for the Broncos, and so is Trey Marshall, their safety. Now, why are these players important? Glasgow is a guard, Cleveland is a wide receiver, and Trey Marshall is a safety. Those are three very, very important positions to take into account. Plus the fact that Denver did not have an eligible quarterback last week because of COVID and because of injuries. So, let's get real here. Does a Denver win, meaning we beat Denver, does that help us? No, it does not. Would you like a top 5 draft pick? If you would like a top 5 draft pick, we got to accept a loss to Denver, and we got to accept a loss to Washington in order to get there. Now, I know what people are going to say. The old-fashioned, oh, coaches are being paid to win argument. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't buy it. I don't buy that counter argument as opposed to the argument of let's take advantage of the system and use it as it is set up. Dropping 2 picks matters when you're trying to get a quality offensive lineman. It matters when you're trying to draft a quarterback. It matters when you're trying to draft a wide receiver. You see my point, folks? But apparently some people don't. So, take it with what you will. You know? But if you don't like the system, propose a change. You know? If you don't like the system, the way it's set up, what's your different solution? Nobody's got a different solution. If you do, please do drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it because I would love to get this conversation started and this debate started. You know, I want to see what people have to say about this because right now, everybody's complaining about how this system is set up and why we can't, you know, what's the point of going 5-9 when you could, you know, lose out and go with 4 wins and get a top 5 draft spot? It just makes no sense to me. But I mean, If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I respect your opinions. I respect your viewpoints. And I respect you as a fan if you drop a comment below about it. So please do. I encourage you. Please let's get this conversation started. I want to get something moving. Because I'm tired of hearing these arguments every single year about this. So back on topic. Can we beat the Broncos? Sure. Do we have a shot against Washington? Sure. Any given Sunday. Washington beat Pittsburgh, any given Sunday. They could be going downhill by the time we face them. That's the thing. You just never know. So, I'm most worried about Denver's defense, really. They've got a formidable linebacker, and they've got an interesting corner. Most of you know the names of these players better than I do. You follow the Broncos better than I do. But, I was looking through a few stats. We saw a few forced fumbles. We saw some interceptions. We saw pass deflections. But nothing that really impressed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a Broncos team that really deserves their record of 4-8. Honestly, they've come close in a few different situations, but they do deserve their 4-8 record, such as we do. The players you really want to watch out for are Melvin Gordon, who's got 685 yards this year. Tim Patrick has 607 yards receiving. Judy's got 594. But the thing about Judy is he caught 38 out of 82 targeted passes in 12 games. I want to point that out. There's your pass deflection opportunity. Take advantage of it. Melvin Gordon sitting at 98 yards. Likely won't be a factor, but he's still there. Keep an eye on him. Philip Lindsay's got 440 yards. But Melvin Gordon has 6 touchdowns. So, as far as the tight end, you've got 121 yards off of 11 catches and 15 targets. And a single touchdown for him. So, mainly not that much of a factor, but it's just something to look at. On defense, here's where it gets spicy. You got Alexander Johnson, 98 tackles, 1 sack, 4 tackles for a loss, 1 pass deflection, and 2 forced fumbles. Watch out for him. You got Justin Simmons, 76 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 7 passes deflected, 4 interceptions. Watch out for him. Then you're looking at the sack leaders. You've got Bradley Chubb, 7.5 sacks, 11 tackles for a loss. And Malik Reed with 6.5 sacks and 10 tackles for a loss. So, these guys are not pushovers on defense. You got to take advantage of these mistakes that they make. Otherwise, they will find ways to beat you. And, it may not look like much on paper, but I'm going to tell you. Watch a game tape of them, and you'll see a few different things that you did not see in the stats. These guys are not to be looked over. We got Bryce Callahan with 5 pass deflections. You got Michael with 5 pass deflections. The corners. You got Shelby Harris, the defensive end, with 5 pass deflections. AJ Boyd, the other corner, with 6 pass deflections. This is a team that knows what they're doing. You got 50 total pass deflections for the year, and 8 total forced fumbles. So don't think of them as a team that is easy to walk over. No team is easy in the NFL. No team at all. Except for maybe the Jets. But everybody else, no. You cannot take them for granted. Any given Sunday. So, what I want to see us do is play 4 quarters. Once I see that, I'll be impressed. I'm looking for the little things to get done correctly. The same 5 goals. Are you mentally prepared? Are you physically prepared? Are you preventing penalties? Are you preventing turnovers? And are you executing properly on the field? Are you giving it everything you have? Let's be predators, not prey. Roar. As I said before in previous videos. Now, considering the fact that we are playing for a draft pick, top 5 pick, I do not mind us losing this game. But I want to see those goals get accomplished. I want to see those check marks get checked off. All 5 of them. During this game. That being said, good luck. You know what's expected of you. Stop making the same stupid mistakes. And you could win. Keep making the same mistakes and we'll take an L. Which helps us either way. Honestly, because if we win, it satisfies all the people that were really, really upset from the fact that we didn't win the Super Bowl. Myself included. So, either way, it's a win-win, I feel like. But, short-term wise, it helps us to lose this game. Now, yes, that's going to frustrate some people. Yes, that's going to aggravate some people that were really, really salty about the Super Bowl, and it's just going to add salt to the wound. But you got to think, what's best for us now? Revenge or rebuilding? To the fact that we could get back into the Super Bowl and possibly win a Lombardi in the future. What's best for us? Think about it, folks. Let's start the debate. And let's keep pounding.